What's going on, Mullen fam? Back with another video. We in the trenches, critical moments right now. Like I told y'all in my last videos, that this is the bottoming process. We need to protect that bottoming process because these short sellers and market makers are trying to do whatever they can to get authentic retail pressure and selling. They want retail to sell at these levels to get that pressure to the downside so they can, what they say, short it to reverse split. You already know it's your boy Finesse Monster, activist bull. On this channel, we not only make moves in the stock market, but we expose the market manipulation that happens on a day-to-day basis on ticker symbols such as MUL and Mullen Automotive. If you're new, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe so you get more content coming from me. Now let's see what the shorts are doing today. You can see that there's been more borrowing lately, more than usual, up in the 5 millions of shares borrowed, and the fee is slightly rising. It might not be that serious right now, but you never know, in the coming days it could spike higher than that. Take a look at the off-exchange volume today. Yes, this correlated with the price action today because we had an increase in volume going off exchange into the dark pool. We had about 64% at the time of this recording, but it got up as high as 66% total volume off exchange. You'll see that 64% is 70 million shares out of the 113 million trading on the total day. And down here on the chart, you could easily see that this was a boost in off exchange volume today. The yellow line indicates the price of Mullen Automotive, and the white line indicates the off exchange volume. You see the pop up here. So what are they doing? Why are they so desperate to get retail investors to sell out of the stock? And as I told you on one of my previous videos, that the failure to delivers is up over in the 11 million shares. The highest it's been on Mullen Automotive stock since around April, when Hindenburg Research originally opened a short position and put out a short report on Mullen Automotive stock. So we got a whole lot of naked short selling going on in Mullen Automotive stock at these 18 to 20 cent levels, which is insane. Now I want to talk about December 20th because we know that Investor Place is notorious for telling Mullen stocks holders to mark their calendars for certain dates. And here they go yet again for December 20th, just like they did on November 30th, when Mullen had the potential to deliver up to 300 electric vehicle vans to Del Pack Logistics, which is an Amazon partner. It said these vehicles can be delivered as soon as November 30th and has the potential to be delivered as soon as November 30th. But you know, Investor Place like to switch words around and make that date a specific deadline, which it was not. And here they go with December 20. Mark your calendars. Mullen Automotive expects to deliver its first shipment of iGos on December 20th. Now keep that in mind as I go to the original article that came out on November 9th. As you can see right here on Mullen Automotive's website, Mullen USA, it says Mullen enters into agreement with Newgate Motors, one of Ireland's most recognized auto groups, to distribute Mullen iGo in Ireland and United Kingdom. And it says down here, expected delivery date for Mullen iGo samples is December 20, 2022. What's the key words here? Expected delivery. Expected, not a deadline. So do not treat this date as a deadline, as Investor Place did for November 30th. Now, with that in mind, are they attempting to set Mullen investors up again just 3 days before the December 23rd shareholder meeting, in which Mullen investors will be taking a vote on proposals such as the reverse stock split and change of state incorporation from Delaware to Maryland? Now, this is not financial advice, nor am I a financial advisor, but like I told you guys, Investor Place is known for switching words around and have been saying that certain specific dates are deadlines for Mullen Automotive to deliver certain key updates for the company in which they were not. So these paid hedge fund media outlets such as Investor Place, they are all banking on retail investors in this stock to treat this as a deadline, and hopefully they get some fear into play on that specific day. Nothing comes out of this December 20 date. These short sellers, you bet your last dollar they are going to be ready to attack this stock and try to push the stock price down lower. That's why you do not feed the fear and hold the line. And I definitely believe that the Mullen Army held the line strong on November 30 when nothing was released. Definitely the opposite of what these short sellers were expecting to happen on that day. Here goes another interesting article by Investor Place saying that CEO David Mishry just received 28 million shares of Mullen Automotive stock. Says Mishry has gifted 35.61 million shares of stock since October. All right, so Investor Place want to put that out there. So performance stock agreement. There is an agreement that the CEO has to meet certain milestones in order to be awarded more shares in Mullen Automotive. So if he's meeting these milestones, that means he's getting paid for his performance. He is the CEO of Mullen Automotive. And from what I know, shares that the CEO has gifted to other recipients are not the same as selling shares. When shares are gifted, they go from one broker to another. There's different ways to gift shares. They'll show up as a negative amount of those shares leaving his total value of shares, because there is a decrease in his total amount of shares, but that does not necessarily mean they've been sold. They've just been transferred from one broker to another. So if you get the idea that gifted shares are the same as being sold, I hope that this clarifies a little bit better for you. Taking a look at the chart, nothing's changed but the amount of volume they're sending off exchange and the amount of naked shorting activity happening in the stock. But you can see that the TTM squeeze indicator is still currently curling up here. They're just struggling to get the Mullen Army to sell at these ranges, and I think Mullen Army is holding strong. We could very well see a push to the upside if this continues, confirming this bottoming process setting in, because we've been getting unlimited amount of down pressure and suppressing the stock on this play. Now, my final thoughts on this video, you guys, is that expect this amount of off exchange activity to be the norm up until the 20th of December, this date that they want us to mark our calendars for, because I believe they're going to draw this thing out. They're going to make it go as slow as possible, trading sideways in this 18 to 20 cent range, along with some sharp knives to the downside, followed by a push back up, just to keep you on the edge of the seat, see who's going to sell out and be in panic, just like we had today when we broke that 20 cent mark. But you can see that in the after hours, we are holding back up towards that 20 cents. If you haven't watched my video on the short sellers playbook, I highly suggest you go back and watch that, so you will be aware of all the tactics and techniques that these short sellers and market makers use on a day-to-day basis so they can get you out of your position. That's all I got for this one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video with somebody else. Don't feed the fear. Stay charged up, and I'll catch you on the next video. I'm gone. Go. Blessed in abundance.